everybody, what we've got today is I was working in the office and my wife called me, said her battery's dead. So I can go spend a whole bunch of money on a new battery, over $200, or I can go ahead and rejuvenate this battery. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to rejuvenate a battery. So just a little bit of a warning, it is not the safest and most recommended thing to do, so do it at your own risk. You need to make sure that you have plenty of ventilation. I'm here in the garage with the garage door open, so that should be good. Let me go ahead and move you over and show you what I've got. I went ahead and pulled the battery out of the car, got it on the table here, and let me show you what we've got. So this is the battery out of a 2018 Ford Explorer. We're going to need to pop these caps off so that the battery can breathe and not explode. Doing this one-handed is not the easiest. Okay, so we've got the battery open. Let's go ahead and look down in there and make sure that the water line is over all of the lead inside the battery. Water levels actually look pretty good. What we're going to be using, this is an old battery charger that came out of my grandfather's filling station. Any manual battery charger that has the start function should be able to do it. You should be just fine, but it does need to be a manual and not an automatic charger. So just like normal, you're going to set up the positive to the positive, negative to the negative, and I can hear the battery charger already clicking that it's got juice. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and start. I've got it on start, and let's go ahead and set it on for 15 minutes. And we're going to let this thing run for 15 minutes. And I'll show you what it's doing on the inside and kind of what to watch for. And see, I've already got some good bubbling, so let me show you that really quick. As you can see, we've got a lot of really good bubbling here. A little bit there. That one has very little. That one's bubbling pretty good, and that one's not doing real hot. What we're going to do is we're going to run this for 15 minutes and let it rest for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then run another 15-minute cycle. What you need to do is do this until all of the holes are boiling pretty good. I've actually already cheated and got this started and ran one cycle through already. So in the first cycle, the two on the far right were not bubbling at all, and now they're bubbling. This one wasn't bubbling at all, the third from the left. I'm starting to get a little bit of bubbling in that. The second to the left was bubbling pretty good, and this last one wasn't bubbling very good. But you really need to not stand over it this long, because what you're doing is you're breathing the vapors. So I'm going to go ahead and step out and get some fresh air. Alright, so I've gone through the first 15 minutes, periodically coming out to check on it. You touch the battery will get a little bit warm. The battery terminal clamps for the charger, they will get hot, so a little bit of caution on that. Don't burn yourself on them. You may want to get a rag to when it's time to take them off. But right now it's sitting and it's in the cool down phase right now. So about, you can kind of wager it by touching the battery and tell, but it could be anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes of cool down. You just need to make sure the battery doesn't get so hot that it melts down. That's the main important thing. Anyways, we'll catch back with you when we start boiling again. Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes. It's nice and cool to the touch. One thing that I do is I will remove one of the battery terminals, because mainly on my machine, it goes through and it reads the condition of the battery, stuff like that. So I don't want to send juice back to the machine, so I'm going to go ahead and put that back on and set it for another 15 minutes. All right, we're going to let that boil one more time, and then it's time to put it back in the car because we are bubbling pretty good, and I think we're going to be ready to go with this one. All right, so we've got the battery reinstalled. Went ahead and topped off the charge just really quick, just to finish off the end. But we're gonna go ahead and test it out. And it starts perfect. So this will save you a whole bunch of money. Obviously, you're gonna lose your radio stations. You're gonna lose all of your radio stations, seat presetting, stuff like that. But you know what? It saves you a bunch of money on buying a battery. And if your battery was dead, you're going to need to reprogram all that anyways. So there you go. You're all set. Be careful and make sure you do it the smart way.